Welcome to another video of Never Daylight. My name is Cubeproductions. Today we're playing the Skull Merchant like always, using Deadman Switch, Scorch, Hook, Pain, Resonance, Thrilling, Tremors. But then we also have a different perk today. We have Agitation. All this perk basically does, when you carry a survivor, your movement speed is increased by 18%, but also your terror radius is increased by 12 meters while you're doing it. But the reason we have this perk is that way we can quickly carry survivors to a Scorch Hook, activating Deadman Switch and also activating Pain Resonance. But also, because Thrilling Tremors only last 16 seconds after you pick up a survivor, if you have Agitation, you can quickly go to a hook and hopefully still have about 8 seconds left on your Thrilling Tremors. We have Brown Noise Generator, which lets us make them oblivious when they're inside our radius. And we have a different green add-on this time, where basically if they're inside of the radius of a drone, they get locked on 10% faster. So we can get them exposed much more quickly than usual. But let's get straight to the game so I can show you how great this build is. Okay, we're on the chapel. One of my favorite maps, actually. I don't hate this map at all. It's pretty good for survivor and for killer. It's not that big for survivor for killer, but it doesn't have that many. But it does have pretty good loops actually and pretty good windows for a survivor. But normally we place our drone generators, but because I found this person, I chose to chase her immediately. Let's try and get a hit if I can. But the problem is Skull Merchant's chase potential is terrible. So I just want to give up basically. So I want to put up my drones. I already put up 2. But I'm hoping with a little speed buff I can catch her, but she didn't go through the window as I expected her to. And I put a drone up here to make her not want to go towards this pallet or to get her exposed to be do the lock on 10% faster. So she'll get exposed 10% faster. But she's just going to a part of the map that there's no generator and no survivor. So I realized I'm not really worth chasing her anymore. So I break the pallet, get blind, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done chasing you. But not like, oh, I don't want to chase her anymore. This is more like, it makes more sense to try and get these gens good than to chase somebody, knowing I'm not going to be able to down them quickly. So I see this person over here, and they just immediately pallet at me, even though I was going to try and swing, but I didn't have time to swing. So that generator gets done really fast, but it doesn't really matter, because like usual, I always play through the late game. I don't chase this girl because I realized I need someone to expose, and I want to go after the exposed person if I can. The only problem is I don't know where she went, so I have to figure out where she is. But in case you don't know, with Skull Merchant, if someone's exposed, you can put a drone up again and re-expose them. And because she's exposed, I'm going to try and put a drone up, re-expose her, give myself a little speed buff, become undetectable because know where I am. And then she goes the wrong way and we get a quick, easy down. The problem is, we are kind of one gen behind, but it's fine. So using Agitation, we're going to quickly go towards the Scorch Hook, place down this person. The generator with the most progress will lose 25%. And as you can see from the point of this build, every gen is still blocked, and we have about 3 more seconds before they get unblocked. Thanks to our Thrilling Tremors, that's why this build is so good. I used to think that Agitation was kind of like a meme perk, honestly. But Agitation really helps because you hook them faster, and being able to hook someone faster means you have the ability to activate your what's it called, Scorch Hook perks, and Thrilling Tremors become even more effective than it already is on Skull Merchant. Now, of course, if I was a better player at the game, like if I could win chases a little better, then I feel like these games would be done even faster. But I'm bad at the game, so I am not going to even sugarcoat it. Sometimes I do really well. Like some games, I do amazing, and people get down before I even get to the last one generator. But some games, it's just like impossible to find people. And this is kind of how this game is right now. We found one person, but everyone's just scattered. And I'm not trying to go to these far off generators, because again, when I play Skull Merchant, there's not really a point in going over here when you know the survivors are going to complete this gen, / this gen isn't in your 3 gen zone. You're not trying to, you want them to complete it on purpose, that way they can do it and then you have a 3 gen at the end of the game. But it's the reason why I mainly don't care about outside gens like this. But because of the fact that I couldn't find anybody, I was like, you know, I'm going to chase Nancy, because when you can't find anybody, you kind of just want to hit anyone you can. I thought I had time to hit her because she got stuck on the pallet, but instead I did not, so I just leave her be. It doesn't really matter that much to me if I have the ability to chase her or not. I'm just going to protect my gens and try and put a drone on the gen next to us, but first I'm going to try and chase the person. She drops the pallet and then goes in the middle of nowhere and tries to go towards this window, so I'm pretty sure I have enough time to hit her at least one time, as I did. Like usual, we're going to try and chase her, but again, she's going towards places that there's no generators, so there's not really a point in chasing her. But because these loops are kind of over here, I know that I can get her, unless she goes into the building, which she does. This building's not really that bad, honestly. It's annoying, yes, but it really isn't that bad. Unless they have balance landing, then it's kind of annoying because they just jump from the top floor and then they get a speed buff, which is not fun. But we're gonna pick her up. Agitation, Tremors activates. I was gonna hook on a score trick, but I chose to not do it because even though yes, I can get there 18% faster, it is still kind of far away. So now every gen is blocked. Now the good thing was, we chased that person for like a whole minute, but there's no one on a gen, and no one's been working on gens this entire time besides this one. So of course, I'm going to put a drone up once I can, and we're going to chase this person. I believe we already downed this person actually. Yes, we have, because she's the one that was exposed before. So I'm going to chase her, but I want to get out of the game as fast as possible. Normally, like I said, I don't tunnel. I always say in my video, I normally don't tunnel. But in an instance like this, it is time to try and win the game. I don't have time to be nice. I have to get her out of the game as fast as possible. So next time I see her, I'm going to, of course, go after her and get out of the game if I can. We're going to kick this gen. I'm still trying to get some perks for other killers so I can make more builds with Score Merchant. But like I've done in my previous videos, I love throwing Tremors plus Dead Man Switch. Like that perk combination is just so good. Then Score Trick Pain Resonance is really good too because of the fact that it allows you to basically regress a generator that's nowhere near you. Because of the fact that you successfully were able to because you were successfully able to down people. This person's gonna go on this pallet. I'm mad because I thought I had enough time to hit her. But of course I did not. But it doesn't really matter because she is exposed. Eventually I will catch her and she will die. A painful death. So she doesn't go through this window, but she's too slow. And I believe this is her second hook, and we're gonna pick her up real fast. And we're going to quickly put her on a regular hook. Well, I lied, put her on a score trick. I don't want to put her on a score trick because we already scored tricked her once. But Throwing Tremors is gonna activate. I noticed that there's 2 generators that aren't being worked on. Well, I like 3, because Nancy just got off this one. So Nancy's gonna go over here, go out this window. I'm pretty sure I could have hit her actually if I was fast enough, but I'm stupid. So I go after Fangman because I don't feel like going after Nancy. But I know I saw her go towards this hook, so I'm thinking she's about to rescue, but she does not actually. But I see there's a scratch mark on the ground, so I put a drone up here just so I can protect that gen. It's blocked now by Dead Man Switch, but just because the gen is blocked doesn't mean I can't put a drone on it. That way when it's unblocked, I have the ability to quickly down them. So I see Fake Min. I'm gonna go after her for a little bit. I'll switch targets to go after, I can't remember her name, but I'm going after her because I realized that it makes more sense to go after the person who I know is almost dead on hook. So Fake Min takes a body block, but it doesn't matter because I'm still gonna go after her. I didn't get out of the game. I heard her not vault, so I know she didn't vault the window. And luckily for me, I have the power to hit her. And using Agitation, we can quickly run towards a hook. Not a scored one though, because if we go on a scored one, we'll get rid of our scored hook because it's our last hook. And now we have 2 gens they have to complete, but we have only 3 survivors to deal with. Because at this point, we're not really behind, honestly. It's more like, in order for us to secure victory, we needed to get someone out of the game because they were doing gens a little too fast for us. And even though we have a 3 gen right now, if we can handle this correctly. Because now they're doing the furthest gen across the map while I chase Fang Min. You can tell because Dead Man Switch still blocked it, so you know they're over there. But they're doing the furthest gen around the map, across the map. Once they do it, I'm going to have a really good 3 gen, and I don't have to worry about anything anymore because once you have a good 3 gen, well, Score Merchant is really hard for survivors to come back. The generator is complete. We're going to pick up her, of course, and hook her on a score trick as fast as possible using our, using Agitation. But sadly, there's no score trick over here. I kind of hate the fact that score tricks are randomly placed because sometimes hooks are placed in bad spots. And because hooks are placed in bad spots, score hooks are placed in bad spots. And you can have 2 score hooks right next to each other, or you can have one nowhere near another one, and it's just not fun. Like, it's just not fun at all. Now, I'm pretty sure when they say random, it's not like 100% random. Like, it's not like, oh, you can have 3 on one side of the map and 1 nowhere near the other 3. No, I feel like they're randomly select it in a certain tile area if this is going to be a score trick or not, but it doesn't really matter either way because I'm happy that I have the ability to use this really good perk idea. The main reason why I decided to use Agitation was I was watching a streamer, because I do have a video coming up soon where I was fighting a streamer, but I was watching a streamer play Dead by Daylight, and when I was watching him, what happened? Oh yes, I was watching him, and he had picked Agitation, but he was the best blight in the world. So I was like, why is a blight using Agitation? Also, this Nancy didn't know I was coming because of the Oblivious add-on we use for our drones. So she didn't know I was here. And I was like, why are you using Agitation? That's weird. So because of that reason, I realized that Agitation is really good because you can basically go to chase and quickly run towards a hook and then continue patrolling gens again. And that's the main reason why I use Agitation now. I put her on a scorch hook, but I believe it didn't even activate because of the fact that we already hooked her on a scorch hook before. But it doesn't really matter because she's hooked in the middle of our 3 gen, so there's no way she can be able to win. They're going to unhook and save her, but it's fine by me. But by them coming over here towards our 3 gen, they can't really do anything. Also, I kind of hate games like this a little bit. Well, I love doing the 3 gen strategy with score merge, don't get me wrong. But then at this part of the game, survivors just don't want to basically do the gens anymore. And the reason why I say that is because they're looking for a gen that's not in the 3 gen zone, knowing I've already 3 gen there. There's no way they're gonna be able to do it. So because of that reason, I end up chasing this girl really far away because that's the only way you can really beat Score Merchant. You need to chase Score Merchant away from her 3 gen. But because I'm a smart player, I'm going to immediately go back towards the 3 gen because I know there's a survivor over here probably. So I'm going to try and make sure I protect my 3 gens as much as possible. I can't just let them do gens on purpose. And I saw there was a person said something who was like, I don't know if I Score Merchant, this sometimes will end up losing chase on purpose just so she can go patrol her 3 gen. And I'm like, so basically what you're saying is you want Score Merchant to chase someone so you can do gens. Like, that's basically what they said. And I'm like, no. Because of the fact that you need to, at the Score Merchant, you need to be able to protect your gens. That's how you play them. But they you kill them all, but you also gotta make sure you don't make them do the generators to get out the game. And that's exactly what I do. So if I have to stop a chase so I can kill somebody, or so I can protect my gens, then I will. Because that's basically what they gave Score Merchant. They gave her really good power for protecting generators and totems. And now this person's over here. They're both injured, thank the Lord. So all I have to do is land one hit if I can. Break this pallet, but I want to make her move towards the pallet. That way she gets a little trapped, honestly. Now she's trapped. She has this really pretty good loop actually, but it doesn't really matter because she went towards, I believe, the pallet. But I activate my drone just because of the fact that I had a feeling there was something on the generator. And they are slowly getting exposed because the lock-on timer is increased by 10%. What is the whole point of this build? I actually do like this green add-on that increases your lock-on speed by 10%. I don't think it's like game-changingly broken, but I think it's really good. I'm gonna throw a drone up just so I can try and get her exposed, but she is just not letting me do it. So I'm going to chase Fame Min because some reason why Fame Min's over here. I don't know why Fame Min went over here, but now Fame Min's gonna get exposed, but it doesn't matter because Fame Min is what's it called? Fame Min is injured, but Nancy's exposed and she's doing the gym, which is oblivious. She doesn't know I'm coming, so she runs away a little too late, and there's no way she's gonna make it to anywhere. But I'm gonna miss my hit because I'm bad at the game. Quickly pick her up. That way we can activate our throwing Tremors, and we're gonna quickly put her towards a hook. Doesn't really matter which we put her on, honestly, but I'm not gonna put her on a score hook just in case these survivors are able to do gens. But let's be honest, there's no way the survivors are gonna be able to do these gens anymore. I've already basically won the game. There's 2 gens left, and the survivors are already unwilling to do the gens because they realize that there's not really a point in doing them. But they can still win. It's kind of hard to win against the Score Merchant once you've already killed one person, because it's just like 3 gens have to be done that are close to each other, and also there's drones everywhere, and there's not much you can do about that. But I do come over here because at this point I realize, well, they're not going to do gens, so they're going to be hiding probably in the corner of the map, and I'm just going to chase them now, because at this point, I'm trying to get out this game. Like, y'all being a little annoying when it comes to hiding. But I kind of get that's how survivors are. Like, once they realize they can't win, they just kind of like, oh, I guess I'll just run away. But I am going to put a drone on the generator just in case they decide to try and do it. I have to make sure. Also gives me more blood points, so might as well do it. I didn't hit that gen because I think it's already regressing in America correctly, but I don't think so, actually. But I know Fang Min's over here to the left somewhere, so I'm going to try and go after her. And they just healed, so that means that they are doing gens. Also, there's no way they're doing gens anyway because my drones will have detected them. But this is the point of the game where you basically gotta try and figure out where the survivors are because they are hiding, and you wanna kill them, of course. And because we already know there's no one near gens, all we have to do is reset our drones and make sure that everything is done correctly. I'm gonna break this pallet because I have nothing else to do. Now I'm gonna go back, activate this drone, and go back to the left side because I already know there's no survivors near my gens because they just don't want to do them. I thought I heard something, but I actually did not hear anything, sadly. And there's a scratch mark. I know I did hear something. Anyway, I heard something, but I just can't tell. Fang Min's gonna go over that window. I hate this loop because it's one of the annoying loops of this map. But it's not really that bad. It's just like you either vault the window or you go down the stairs. It's kind of a mix up for the survivor and for the killer. I'm gonna quick hit. I thought I got rid of that. I thought that pallet was down. They definitely, one of them has that perk that lets them be able to reset pallets. There's no way. So Fang Min runs, but for some reason she runs towards the other survivor. And the other survivor has the body block, but I don't care. I just down Fang Min. Because even though, yes, I could have hit the other girl, it made more sense to just down Fang Min because I want to get out of the game as fast as possible. Using Agitation, we get to that hook really fast. Using for Tremors, we bought all the gens, but it didn't really matter anyway because we already knew they're not on gens. But I know I saw her run over here, so my instincts tell me that if she's not over here, I don't see any scratch marks, and I know she's not near my gens, that can only mean one thing: she must be in a locker. So because of that reason, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, I don't see you. You just died. You ran over here, and lo and behold, we checked the locker and fresh prey. Easy down. Agitation lets me get to the words is hooked faster, and the game is over because for a good reason and for some reason, these survivors were like, well, we lost somebody. I'm not trying to do these 3 gens anymore. Like, I honestly don't really know what they were thinking. Like, not even in a rude way, just like, I understand the 3 gen was there and you didn't want to try and work for it, but when they had 3 survivors, like the second they had 3 survivors, they completed the second / gen, they just stopped doing all the gens on the map for some reason. I don't know why. Like, you have to still kind of play the game, but they just chose to not even try anymore at that point. But it doesn't really matter to me because I am victorious like usual because Score Merchant is my favorite killer and my best killer at the moment in time. I will get her to Prestige 100 soon. Nah, I'm joking. I probably will eventually, but like, I love playing this killer so much. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video with anyone you know. Tell me in the comments if you like this build or if you have any other build suggestions. Someone did actually suggest me a build. Well, not really suggest me a build, but told me what build they use. And I am thinking about putting that in my video as well because I do want to make more builds. But first, I'm trying to get every single killer's perk so I can make any build in the game. But like I said, hope you enjoy. Leave a comment, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Make sure you subscribe for more.